What's up, everyone? Friday night, baby. We are getting set up to do a little live stream inside a Chromie's van. I'm doing the same thing you guys are doing. Hi. Anybody there? Just waiting for it. Here it comes. Whoa! All right. Whew. Log it in, baby. All right, what we got going on here? You guys can watch what I'm doing. Bada bing, bada boom. YouTube, VANCITY van life. Bam! Look at. That's a pretty little thumbnail. CRUZ, what are you doing? You gotta stay in here, buddy. Alright. We live, baby. Alright, we don't need to listen to me talk. Mike Brown on the super chat. Tacos and beer. Thanks, Mike. What's up, everyone? Woo! I'm excited for today. I'm a little worried about CRUZ leaving the van. CRUZ, stay in the van. Hey? You staying here? Alright. Kevin's drinking a beer. Chromie's gonna have himself a protein shake. Beer is protein, just so you know. Alright. Woo, what do we got? I'm in a good mood today, man. Such a good mood today. Viking Van Man, what up? Hi, Rhonda. I was a little bit concerned about my connection where I am here. I did one of the little speed tests on it, and it said, do not do anything on this freaking, on this internet because it's bad. So, fingers crossed. Hey, Emily. You like my shirt? I like my shirt too. American Pop-Up, thanks for the super chat. Dave Today loves you, gave you a nice shout out today. Yeah, I actually became a patron of Dave 2D yesterday. Because now that I've got my financial cushion, you know, I can afford to give to some of the creators that I love. So Dave 2D was the first one on my list to support. So I like Dave. He's a solid dude. Whew. I just muted my mic and made a lot of gross, disgusting noises. Ellen, thank you. Thank you for the thank you for the chocolate donuts and coffee. I like donuts. Thank you. That was super sweet of you. Kevok James, whatever that is. Thanks for supporting Dave. No problem. I like Dave. Dave is he's a good dude. Yeah, awesome. Thanks for everybody being here. I wasn't too sure about doing a live stream, man. I was like on the tipping point of, do I do a live? Do I not? I was going to do it at lunchtime today, but I wasn't sure if anybody was going to be home, if they were at work. Because lunchtime, my time, is going to be different than if you were in the U.S. or England or wherever you're watching from. Touristique to Canada. Aw, thank you for the love and the super chat. Ugh. I had a smoky for lunch, and you know, you can still taste it. Really gross. Smoky was good though. It was yeah. I was down the way and some van lifers were making lunch, and they're like, "Hey, Chrome, you want a smoky?" I'm like, "Yes, please." Ramblin' Rome, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, BC, I'm probably going to lag. I'm on a really shitty Wi-Fi connection. But if we do glitch out at all, just restart your browser. A lot of times it brings you back into the connection. No, Susie, not heartburn. Just like that, you know when you burp and you taste like smoky for like weeks? Get your protein. Get your protein in, kids. It's essential in van life. Drone tread on me. Thanks for the super chat, and also thank you for joining Patreon. I just noticed that today, so welcome to the madness. Chattanooga. Woo, Chattanooga, Texas. That's a cool name, Chattanooga. Yeah, Mike, Jasper did quit school. He came down to the beach yesterday. He's like, yo, I quit school. Dude. That's funny, though. Yeah, Emily, it's buffering there because you're in Nova Scotia. Do you guys have internet in Nova Scotia? The dial-up stuff way out there? Just bugging you, Emily. Well, a lot of hellos, a lot of greetings from everybody. What's up, guys? You guys got me. I'm here. Ask me questions. Bring it on. No holds barred today, guys. Just lay the freaking questions out. I don't care where it is. Even if you want to know where my condom supply is in the van, just ask me. I'll let you know. Nothing is off limits. Bring it. Let's do it. Joseph, when am I going to move into a Class A? Absolutely never. But I will probably upgrade to a high top at some point, but it will not be an RV, that's for sure. It will still be a van, because vans they're a lot easier to park. And I was talking to a gentleman down here at the beach the other day, which is in a Class C. I'm not too sure. It's a big thing. It's like 24, 26 feet or something like that. And he's selling his because he's having a hard time parking it in the city, and he wants to buy himself a van. So no RV for this guy. I don't need that kind of space though. Like, I wouldn't know what to do inside of an RV. The space in that would be just, I could like, to move into a van that's got like 6 times the living space as this, I think I would go nuts in there wondering what I'm gonna do. What am I gonna buy to fill up all these spaces? Fran, thank you for the coffee on the super chat. That was super sweet of you. Thank you. Gino, where's CRUZ? CRUZy Bear is right there. Say hi, CRUZ. Say hi, CRUZ. Okay, maybe not. He's sleeping on the floor. How big will my new tattoo be? It could be this big, and it might be the whole entire arm. I don't know. We're going to find out when I get there. My main thing is I want my hand done on the other hand. Because I find when you start a tattoo up here, like if you start one like up here kind of thing, then you have a tendency of just stopping there. Where if you start at your hand, well, then it's a game changer, because then it's like... So, not really sure. I'm getting a super, super good price, like half off his regular tattoo time, from the same person who did my hand, if I vlog those appointments. So I'm pretty pumped up about it. So, but it's going to be a long appointment. 6 hours. One entire tattoo day. That's my appointment. I'm going in on the 13th. So however long 6 hours gets me, I don't know. But I'm excited about it. Sorry guys, I'm trying to take it super slow today and read some of these freaking questions. We need a cruise cam. Yep, I agree. I agree. Where to go here? Ever think about getting a cargo trailer and converting it? Absolutely not. As soon as you put a trailer on the back of your vehicle, you limit where you can park. And I don't want any limitations on where I can park. Having something like my van or a van that fits within a regular city parking spot means you can park anywhere. There's no limitations except for the parking restriction signs. Adding a trailer, what am I going to put in the trailer? I got nothing to put in the trailer. And if you got a van and a trailer, chances are you probably got too much stuff in your life and you need to downsize anyway. But yeah, I would have no need for a trailer. Thanks for the tip on the fan. It's amazing. Awesome. Yeah, it's a good fan, man. I love that thing. How is the potty training going with CRUZ? Super easy. I do keep a pee pad on the floor for moments like when I'm on live stream or something and I don't have the chance to throw him outside. But 95% of the time now he's going outside. When I do sleep in the van at night, he does use the pee pad because I'll get up in the morning and he has gone down into his pee pad and peed. But puppy training, super easy. Ah, here I am reading things and all of a sudden my chat goes boom. I missed what I was reading. Oh man. All right, the super chats push it forward. Hey, whatever, like that. Hey, whatever, thanks for the $5 super chat. Always hot and sunny in Florida. I bet it is. We've had some really beautiful weather here in Vancouver. Stephanie, thanks for the super chat. I've loved following your journey. Super awesome, man. Thank you for that. Mike Brown, $2. Thank you, Mikey, for that. Patreon challenge. Join for $1 a month. Look at my patrons pushing that stuff. I love it. All right, I'm going to go backtrack here. And I was reading some comments and I lost them all. AJ Stuff question, are you coming to Smithers, BC? I don't know what my plans are for the next little while, so I don't have an answer for that one yet. I do know this trip I'm going on is going to be super short because I'm in Penticton for a couple of days, and then I'm straight off to Lillooet to get some body work done on my van, and then I'm back to Vancouver. My daughter's got me busy with a lot of dance stuff, so I've stuck around here for a little bit. There, Tom is right on point there. Are you getting the rust fixed on your van? Yes, I am. Just getting little bits at a time fixed. I'm not stressing about it. It's not affecting my van life, and it's not affecting how my van's running or doing anything. And, you know, it's kind of only gotten maybe this much worse over the past 2 years, so I'm not really worried about it too much. But while I found a guy who's got a super, super good price, I'm going to go ahead with it. I'm not going to be able to afford to do it all at once because I don't have like an extra $1,000 kicking around, but I can afford the $350 this time, and then the next time I'm up that way, he'll do another piece for me. Because I do have some traveling that I want to do up that way anyways, so between my daughter visits, I'm probably going to be ending up that way at some point because there's so many areas around Lillooet, BC and Pemberton that I really want to spend more time in. Ellen, to answer your question, no. When it comes to like knowing how much that van build, no, I have no idea. Florida Guardian, am I ever coming to the United States? No. Yes. No? Sometime. I don't know when, but it will be sometime soon. I want to get my Canada fix out of my system. Am I ready for the hot weather coming next week? Oh, I love hot weather. Bring it on. And I see when I'm going to Penticton that the weather's going to be pretty awesome up that way too next week. And I'm pretty excited. Eric Moore, we don't need to know where the Trojan supply is. I was just using that as just saying. Anything is good to go. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit behind on chats. I'm trying to take it a little slower today than I normally do, so this is probably on a massive delay from where you're typing. The only problem with doing it this way, I told myself today I was going to slow down and read a little bit. The only problem with doing it this way is it leaves a lot of blank gaps while I read. I am not exactly the most fast reader. What's my favorite fast food? Tacos. Hands down right now, tacos. And I don't even give a crap where they're from, but tacos. And a lot of times when you hit those little taco stands, they're usually ready to go anyway, so they're pretty fast. I'm going to say tacos is my favorite fast food. Boom. James Sherman, what's up from Vegas? Hold on. Ellen, do I undercoat my van? No, I don't have any undercoating on my van. Lily wants to know if there's anybody on here from North Carolina that can help her build her truck out. Am I dating yet? No. I always love that question. Chris, please come to Oregon. I will when I don't know, I've been pondering maybe coming down after Christmas to the U.S. Not really sure yet. But, yeah, I'm sure that will be coming soon. Who was that? VanLife? Check braking fuel lines for rust. My van has been through a lot of thorough checks. Everything is good to go. I've even taken it into a mechanic once. I'm like, guys, look, hey, do you just want to do a walkover on my thing? So he did a full thing. He pulled off all my tires, pulled my brakes and stuff, and checked it all out. Cost me $35 and told me everything was perfect. I take good care of my home, and I think a lot of you that aren't in van life yet, and are the kind of person that doesn't really take good care of their car, goes over the mileage or the kilometer limit for your oil changes. I think those habits will change once you start living in your van, because I have never taken such good care of a vehicle as I do this one. Back in my lowrider days, I took less care of the mechanical side of that car than I do my van today. I'm very conscious of this van, conscious of every sound, every noise, every oil change, every blinker or every light that's out. It's on. I'm on it like right now. When it's your home, you have a tendency of really babying the crap out of it, you know, because I love this thing. It's my house, it's my vehicle, it's my everything. I take good care of it. That is for damn sure. Terry, kiss CRUZ. CRUZy. Kevin, am I doing any upgrades to my van soon? Not really. I had a really crappy month last month for ad revenue, so it kind of hurt the pocket a little bit. And I just got notified yesterday that my daughter's dance for next year is going through the freaking roof. So I'm really kind of just taking it easy on things right now until I find out what's going on with her dance. Yeah, so no upgrades to the van are coming at all. Zero. As of right now anyway. You know, if we get some good money months here over the next little bit in the summer, I might do some extra. I would like to do some, like another cabinet in the back that's a bit more functional. But that's about it. Otherwise, my van is working fine for me. Like, there's really no need to upgrade my van. Any upgrades from here forward are all wants. They're not needs. Like, it's not a necessity to do the things that I'm going to do. It's more just because I'm just going to do it. You know what I mean? My van is 100% functional just the way it is. And I could live the rest of my life in it just the way it is without doing any more changes. But then there's things like you want stuff. And, you know, you're always going to get that you're always going to have those moments where you want things, you know what I mean? And sometimes you just got to tell yourself, no, you can't have it. No. Is it necessary? No. You just want it because you have some extra cash. Whew. Missing all sorts of comments. Thomas, in the middle of building a 2002 E350 extended. Nice. Having the beefed up suspension would be a little bit nice in the E350. S-Wix, S-Wix, you ever wish you had an awning? Absolutely. I wish I have an awning every single day. Especially on rainy days, because I'm the kind of person that likes to leave the door open. Like, my door is wide open right now. And on rainy days, sometimes if it's, you know, if it's not cold out, I would seriously love to have an open door. So an awning is on my to-do list, but that's going to come with a roof rack as well, because you need something to mount the awning to. I don't want to bolt anything to the roof, but I do really, really want one. But for right now, it's that money thing, right? Box Van Gogh, I don't know what you're asking. Are you documenting it on YouTube? If that question's for me, I document everything on YouTube. Fran, have I ever been to California? Yeah, we've been to California many times. Many, many times. I mean, I've been there a lot when I was a kid, you know, doing the Disneyland stuff. I've had, you know, I've had my lowrider down in California. Yeah, I've been down there a lot. It's been a long time since I've been down that way, probably 10 years, maybe more. But yeah, I have been. Oh, hey, Chris, thanks for the love. The van's come a long way, man. It is seriously come a long way. And I know I preach it to you guys all the time. We have 204 people on here, and I'm sure 90% of you heard me preach it. Don't build your van up before you live in it. Don't do it. Throw some basic shit in it and go live in it for a month and then figure it out from there. And if I'm going to preach anything to you guys, and if there's anything I can say that's going to help you out, don't build your van up before you live in it. Go live in it before it's built out. You know, or at least still live in your house, but go live in your van for a month before you build it. Even though you have a house, who gives a shit? Go live in your van for a month before you build it. It'll change the game on how you build your van and the things that you think that you need. Like all this big planning out for the big expensive fridge and the big expensive solar and the big expensive freaking this and that and the sinks and the pumps and the battery. Go live in it for a month with just you, and that's it. And something to sleep on. And I guarantee you your initial build will change in a massive way. Joey, I can say shit all I want, Joey. Shit, shit, shit. When someone tells me what I can and can't do, come on now. You should know me by now. You tell me I can't do something, I'm going to do it. Come on, when I first started van life, someone told me I can't live in a van without a roof vent. I did it for a year. See, you can't tell me I can't do something because I'm going to prove you wrong. Either that or just admit I can't do it. One of the two. One of the two. Do you have any snow, Jackie? I don't. I am the only child. It is just me. Mike, thanks for the super chat. Mike, I always love it that you throw down $2 every time you got something to say. You don't have to do that, Mike. You know that, right? Mike says, thumbs up and check out the new merch. We got some cool new merch. I don't know if I have it in here or not. This stuff is dope, guys. It's so sick. Look at that. How awesome is that? pretty pumped up about it. And I'm also working with Teespring, and we're going to be releasing some really cool merch pretty soon. I have the team at Teespring that's going to be designing a piece of merch for us, and I'm excited. Joey, no, I do not have air conditioning, and I think air conditioning is a large waste of money. I don't think it's necessary. I mean, I'm sure if you're living in the middle of the desert and you're there for forever, but for the most part, man, just get outside. Go put a hammock out in the trees if it's a really hot night, you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. I never have ever had use for AC. The only time I ever hooked up AC in the van was like a portable house unit, popped it in the back door, but that's when I used to DJ weddings to keep the dog cool in the van when I wasn't in it. But I've never had a night that's been that hot, and we've had days out here where it's been 40 degrees Celsius during the day and pretty muggy nights, and the van still rocks solid awesome. I just found somewhere to park that I could sleep with my doors open though, which was great. I did that a lot last year. I pull up to the beach, leave my back doors open, and fall asleep. And then you got that nice ocean breeze all night long, and you wake up to the sound of the waves. Ooh, money. That's when van life feels like van life, you know what I mean? It's probably my biggest asked question besides where do I shit is any plans on coming to the States? The answer to that right now is no. Ellen, if you're asking where Mike is, Mike's in Ontario. Oh, sorry, Mike already answered that. Sorry. Would you live without pre-building in your future new van or upgrade? Okay, so that's actually good question. I got New Hope. Sorry, it was hard to read. I got New Hope says, asked if when I build my next van, if I'm going to live in it basic or if I'm going to build it, I'm going to build it. Because after being in a van, like I've been in my van, it'll be going on 2 years in September. I already know what I want in a van. I already know what I want out of a van. I already know what I want in my future van. So my next van will probably be built out. I don't know, depending on the situation, I might be living in it while it's being built. I don't know what the situation's going to be at that point. That could be years and years and years ahead of me. But it will be fully built out on the next one. But I mean, if you're new to van life and you don't know what you need and you're just watching videos thinking you need a sink, live in it before you do that. Because you might find out you don't need a sink. Right? Because I was looking at that when I was looking at videos. I'm like, these people got sinks. These people got sinks. And I have never once needed a sink. Not even, it has never been like a skip in my mind. Benjamin, I've been out to the Comox Valley so many times on this channel. I don't know if I'm going to be doing much more traveling on the island because I have spent a ton of time filming on Vancouver Island. I've been in Comox Valley many times. So right now there's nothing out there drawing me back to the island. I'm going to be heading a little bit more inland and stuff like that for my travels from now on. John James, no, there's no word on the stainless steel cups yet. I was waiting for the new logo to come from my graphic designer, the VanLife, because Normal Life sucks, because I want to put that on one side of the cup. But since I got the logo, I just haven't messaged the cup company yet. So thank you, John, for the reminder. Professor Grimm, man, welcome to the chat. Jim Wilson, what's my first tattoo and why did I get it? I have this little tribal design on the top of both of my feet. Those were my first tattoos, and there was no rhyme or reason behind it. I'm like, yo, I had this little tribal design on a keychain. I went there, put these on my feet. He's like, okay, on one or both? I'm like, let's do both. So he did both my feet on the same day. None of my tattoos, except for what's on my hand, has a meaning. None of this stuff here has any meaning at all. None. I got all this stuff done. It's got no meaning at all to me. I just walked into the tattoo place and got started talking about my lowrider car at the time. And I just told the guy, I'm like, dude, just draw me something. He drew this up. I'm like, hey, that works. I'll take it. So the only tattoo on my body at this point that has meaning is my disco one on my hand. That's got a lot of meaning. This whole hand, including the time and stuff, whoo, tons of meaning. Sue, I'm taking that advice. Which doors are used more? Are you talking about the doors on the outside of the van? I use, well, I mean, obviously I use the side door because that's technically the front door of my home. And I use my driver's door because that's the one I get out of all the time, going in and out of places. But that's your home. That's your front door to your house. So if you ever park somewhere, you're going to enter through your house's front door, which is going to be the side door every time. Mike on the super chat, let's rent Chrome's van for a week. The drone tread on me. I'm in. You guys are funny. Whatever wants to know if there's anybody need help, Dometic AC installing solar and self. So if anybody knows how to install like an AC unit and solar, whatever there on the super chat there, is looking for somebody in South Florida to do some install work. So if anybody out there's got handy stuff and is in for that, I like that stuff. So you know what I mean, like if the channel can help out other people for doing things. So if anybody can help other people, or if they see somebody in the comments that's like, hey, does anybody know how to do this, it'd be super rad if you guys would just kind of connect with each other. And you know, even if you're like working at a dollar amount for your time, it's great. And I don't mind that stuff in my comments. Like I always said before, I'm like, if someone's got a YouTube channel that they want to blast, put it in my comments, man. Say, hey guys, come subscribe to me. I have no problems with that at all. Just keep in mind when you're putting stuff in my comments, when you're sharing a link in my comments, that automatically gets thrown into a held for review folder, which does not get shown to everybody on YouTube. And those comments won't get posted until I get the chance to go through that folder and approve all the good comments. Whoo. All right, guys, I gotta drink my protein shake. PDX trailer guy, that's actually a really good question. I may have missed it earlier, but what drone are you thinking about getting? I am not thinking about getting a drone at all at this point. There was a point when I wanted a drone, but Canada just changed the drone laws and pretty much rendering it impossible to fly a drone anywhere. So what they're doing now for the Canadian drone laws is if you have like a smaller drone like the DJI, like Mavic Pro, like the one that I would want, I now have to go to pretty much flight school. Yeah, they're making you go to an advanced flight school course, which allows you to be able to fly your drone, but you kind of have to still be connected to the local flight control. You have to keep flight plans. You have to notify them when you're going to fly the drone. It's insane. Canada just finished cracking down hard on drone laws. So as of right now, I got zero interest in getting a drone. But if I do get a drone, I am going to go through those steps and get fully certified to do it, because then as a video creator, that opens up a big opportunity for me and doing drone work along with video work for other companies, which is pretty sweet. So it's got its ups and ups. It's got a lot of downfalls because now nobody can fly a drone within like 600 meters of a human being or something like that with the basic one. And the advanced one allows me to fly it around people, but that's pretty much taking a flight course. Like, you have to learn all the jargon and technical stuff that people that fly planes do. The only thing that that course doesn't cover is how to fly a plane, but you know all the knowledge that they would know or close to, kind of thing. Like, it's craziness. But yeah, but otherwise, as a video person, if I were to walk in somewhere and say, guys, I can do drone footage of your business, they're like, say what? I'm like, I'm licensed, which kind of opens the game up for a little bit more money for me in the future, depending on what I'm going to do. Like, I mean, video work, I'm going to stay in the field of video work because I love it. I love the editing. I love the filming. But, so yeah, who knows? And, you know, it's like those drone laws here. I wonder, after here implemented, if it's going to start barrel rolling into every other place too. Like, yeah, it's craziness. Okay, there's a comment here. I doubt Eamon and Beck did that for their drones. No, that drone law just got passed as of June 1st. So I guarantee you Eamon and Beck will never have any drone footage on anything they have living in Canada. Because you can't. It's illegal. As of June 1st. The whole law was just changed and it started June 1st. I think it's June 1st or maybe it is July 1st. Maybe it's, no, I think it was June 1st. But yeah, all those guys, all you Canadian YouTubers will not be flying drones anymore. I can tell you that for sure. Less is more. Thanks for the super chat. You guys are so sweet today. I love it. Have you ever seen a Cobb barbecue? No, I have never. Yeah, so the fine in Canada, no questions asked, no warnings, is $5,000 for flying a drone. They don't do warnings. I guess they're just issuing it. $5,000 fine instantly if you're caught flying a drone over 250 grams. 250 grams is a pretty tiny toy. You know what I mean? Craziness. Ah, it's bound to happen sooner or later. Mike, that's a good comment, Mike. Mike said, just go parachuting. Imagine that on my drone footage, it'd just be me parachuting with my phone. Awesome. So yeah, Sue's just said, Peter McKinnon is one of my favorite YouTubers. Sue's just said that Peter McKinnon is now using a drone pilot. So, and a lot of the bigger YouTubers will, instead of them going through all those courses and taking all that time, they're just going to hire somebody who is licensed to actually do all the drone shots for their channel now. I mean, for anybody who's got money though, right? I mean, I ain't going to hire nobody because I can't afford it. Are you going to teach CRUZ how to use a skateboard? I've tried to put CRUZ on the skateboard many. He likes chasing the skateboard, but so far CRUZ will not get on top of it. I have tried multiple times. He's like, Dad, I ain't rolling on that thing. No freaking way. Hey, that guy, what's up? Idaho. Well, man, bring it on, people. What we got? Bring on the questions. I'm probably missing. Channel goes with all these comments. I'm trying to hold the comments and read them step by step. It ain't working, guys. It's a freaking mess. Yeah, Billy T, I seen the shout out today. Oh, I hear Gus in a bus. Oh, is that Gus in a bus? It is. You hear that? That's Gus in a bus. He just pulled up beside me. Molly, yes, I would want a high top next time. There's no questions about that one. If I'm going to buy something, it'll be a manufactured van with a high top, like a ProMaster or a Sprinter. Something like that that's already manufactured with a high top. I don't like the look of the aftermarket. What's up, Gus?
I saw you were doing a live, so I brought you some fuel.
Oh, shit, really?
Some fuel to get...
Did you just bring me like 6 donuts?
Yeah.
Look at it, Gus brought me
so
6 donuts.
Make it through like 2 hours or 3 hours of live. Before you fall asleep or something, or you...
Would you like a donut, Gus?
Yeah, give me one, anyone.
Come on, take half of them.
As long as it's not...
Gus, I don't need 6 donuts.
Well, you can have... I just didn't expect you to take them all. Just take some you like. Enough to make it through the night. More.
I'll take one more.
Good.
You can have the apple fritter because I know it's your favorite.
Okay.
Thanks, Gus.
Yep.
Great. Not eating on my live stream, Gus. Sorry, guys. I'll mute this. Now listening to some ASMR. I just thought I'd save you the grossness. Francisco, thanks for the super chat. Beer for me and treats for CRUZ. Thank you. Oh, good stuff. Nope. CRUZ is up. Sorry I didn't save you any donut. I ate it all. Sorry, buddy. So yeah, if you guys don't watch Gus in a Bus's channel, this channel is Gus, and in a bus is one word, in a bus. Maybe he'll give you donuts if you go subscribe to his channel. Yeah, CRUZ will wake up for food or people anytime. He'll never wake up for me. I could scream at him and he wouldn't. He doesn't give a shit. Hey Gus, are you watching my live stream? Just wondering if Gus is watching my live stream in his bus. John says, you're my favorite YouTuber, by the way. Ever seen UFOs on my travel? Nope. Never seen a UFO in my life. Maybe there is one out there somewhere. I have no idea. Hey, Gus! I don't know if he's in there. There's a gentleman in my chat right now. His name is Jeff. There's a video coming up with something I just bought from Jeff, actually. So Jeffy Bear, thank you. Gus brings me donuts, but Gus stopped by Jeff's RV and gave him eggs the other day. It's a weird gift, Jeff. Really weird gift. Patty, have I ever seen Sasquatches? No. Never seen a Sasquatch. God, now I got these donuts. I just want to eat them all. Sorry for eating on live stream, guys, but how do you refuse? Oh, it's maple. I'm going to stay back here so it's not as gross. Oh, filling. Box fan, go. I like Dream Side Out, man. He's a good dude. He came up here to a few meetups in Vancouver. I really like him, man. He's a good guy. That's a good question. What's the weirdest thing I've ever seen on my travels? That's a really good question. Huh. I don't know. I almost got me stumped. As of right now, I don't even know. I like questions that now you got me thinking. First, you want a piece of a donut? Yeah. No. He's like, I don't know if I want that, Dad. Great. I got stickies on me. Bonnie loved the old stone place with the graffiti. Yeah, that place was really awesome. Probably one of the really coolest, probably one of the awesomest graffiti spots I've ever seen. And so much like architecture, like not architecture, but like, what's the word I'm looking for? Structures, like really rad structures, like open concrete and unfinished brick walls and stuff. That was really, really, really cool. So I know a lot of you guys aren't into graffiti because not a lot of people watch that video, but one of the coolest graffiti spots I've ever been to, I made in a video a few weeks ago. Check it out if you guys are into graffiti. It's really dope. Mike, thanks for the super chat. Mike, I see smoke coming out of Chrome for that question. Have I ever had a flat tire on the road? No, I haven't. Thankfully, my van had brand new tires when I bought it, but I've never had a flat tire in my van yet. Allentown, how's CRUZ different from Disco? He's very much a completely different dog. Disco was a snuggler. CRUZ, not sleep right up with me at night. CRUZ, on the other hand, he's cool to be down to the bottom of my feet. I don't know, like, Disco was very sweet and, I don't know, he's just a sweet dog. CRUZ is sweet, but a very big dick. Aren't you, buddy? Tell everybody how much of a dick you are. Huh? So take a look at that look in my eye. You're a dick. I love you, though. I love you, though. He's definitely a freaking character and one stubborn asshole. Aren't you, buddy? He's a super good puppy, but very, very stubborn. Disco, on the other hand, was not like that. Do I miss DJing? Not at all. Not even the tiniest bit. My meetup in Vancouver that I just had, and CRUZ slept underneath his Class B the whole time. Every time I was looking for CRUZ, it was underneath his van. It was super awesome. He was tired at that event, man. He got so much love. It was ridiculous. Yeah, he was pretty beat. Mike Brown, why does that shit always come up in my conversations? I make one video about that like a long time ago and keeps coming up. John, do I smoke weed? Nope, not at all. Am I planning a stop in Montreal? I don't know if I'm going to make it that far. Because I have a limited time on this trip, like 3, maybe 4 months. I don't know how far I'm going to make it. And I don't want to like, sorry guys, I'm grabbing a towel. I don't want to like blast to the other side of Canada and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh crap, now it's time for me to go back and see my daughter, and then blast all the way back. So I got 3 to maybe 4 months on this trip. So if I only make it to like Ontario, I'm cool with that. If I make it to like Nova Scotia, I'm cool with that. So I don't know yet. I know I'm going to travel very slow, take it easy, bit by bit, day by day. It's nice to be able to travel that way and know that I don't have, you know, don't have to be blasting out there and then have like 5 days of driving to get home, and it's pretty nice. Stephanie, any idea on how many miles I've traveled since I started? I bought the van on August 16th, 2017. Yeah, 2017, and it had 165,000 kilometers, and today it has 215,000 kilometers. So if you guys want to figure that out, hold on. I got a phone here, I'll figure it out. I'm sure somebody's already figured that out by now. 215,000 minus 165,000. I've put on 50,000 kilometers in just about 2 years. It'll be 2 years in September. So 50K. And it would have been a whole lot less, but I made that 7,000 kilometer drive to pick up CRUZ. So if it wasn't for picking up CRUZ, I would have put on 43,000 kilometers. So I don't know what that is in miles, but 43,000 kilometers. Heading anywhere north part of BC? Probably not on this trip. I'm not really sure yet. I've pondered maybe driving that way on my trip. Yeah, I don't know. See, yeah, when it comes to my travels, guys, I don't know. Well, I'm just gonna point my van in a direction and go. Ready, except for going up towards like Prince George and the Yukon. I haven't been up that way yet on my travels. Sticky fingers, not as sticky as maple syrup. No shit. That maple syrup was like everywhere. Chrome, have you ever gotten a speeding ticket that has affected? No, I've never gotten a speeding ticket. I have zero reason to drive fast in my van. I have zero reason to go anything over the speed limit because I do van life. What's the rush? It's only the assholes that are in a rush to go to work that are speeding super fast and passing me all the time and riding the ass of my van because they got to get to work that are getting speeding tickets. Drive smart. Take it easy. But it's true though. Like I find that any dickheads that I'm driving around with on the roads that are being jerks are the ones that are going to work. It's like the morning traffic or the evening drive home traffic. I try to avoid traffic anyway. I try to stay away from all that ruckus. Because the last thing I want is to be like sitting in all that. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like I quit my job. I don't have to be in rush hour traffic anymore, right? I avoid that stuff. Mike, that's a good idea. Throw a dart on a map and head there. It's a good idea. That'd be super fun, actually. John, James, that's a good question. No, I don't listen to podcasts. I used to listen to podcasts all the time, but I haven't really been into podcasts much at all lately. So I wouldn't even know where to start and what podcasts are great to listen to now. It's probably been a few years since I've dove into podcasts. Like, I mean, my time is, it's busy. Like, I mean, I have had a good week off this week. I chilled out a lot at the beach and was super social with everybody here in Vancouver. But for the most part, I don't get downtime like I've had this week. It's been really good. Have you ever gotten pulled over for impeding traffic then? No, because doing the speed limit is not impeding traffic. All the jerks that are in a rush, they think it is. But no, I've never gotten a ticket for that. Do I ever get lonely? Not a damn chance. Oh, my phone's dying. 1 second, guys. I gotta grab a battery. All right. Don't fall over. Sorry guys, I'm coming. That was the roof of my van. Plug it in, plug it in. All right, we're good. Lewis, thank you for the super chat. Super awesome. So sorry, I'm just trying to find the last comment. Do I ever get lonely? No, I think lonely is something you make up in here. I don't think lonely is a real thing if you really love yourself. I think loneliness is, yeah, that's for a whole big discussion. Do I ever get a plan on getting a wagon for CRUZ? No. No, because I mean, like, CRUZ is a pup, so he still has that energy to him. You know what I mean? Like, he's still, like, I can walk for an hour with CRUZ, it's no big deal. And he just still rocks an hour walk like a rock star. Disco, 15 minutes, 20 minutes max. Where even after an hour walk, CRUZ has still got energy left. Bada boom, bada boom. Oh, what's the name of the fan behind me? The fan behind me there, that is a Sirocco 2. And it's in my Amazon link. So if you go to the description of the video, find where it says Amazon links, and click it. That fan, I threw it in there so it makes it easier for you guys to find. But it's called the Sirocco. It's a freaking rock star. I love it. It's a little bit pricey. If you're in the US, it's 99 bucks. If you're in Canada, it's $150. But I really like the fan. You know, and it looks good. It's not like one of those cheap, cheesy looking little plastic things that don't look good in the house. It's cool. Chrome, do you have the portable cell phone jack recharger? No, I don't. I got enough of these batteries in my van to go around. I don't need any more. Yeah, no, I don't have that one. I've never used that one. Sorry, my things just reset. Somebody asked me if my van has ever broken. Nope, my van has been a rock star since the day I bought it. But I got a really funny feeling that my transmission might be needed. Ooh, I gotta sneeze. I really like this mute button. That sneeze felt good. Whew. Whatever. Asked, will jack repower an AC? No, it won't. Come on, man. If you have an AC in your van, you're gonna need some serious deep cycle batteries, or a big generator. Yeah, no, those little batteries aren't meant for serious power. They're meant for like cell phones and laptops and a few LED lights. They will not power something like that. That's a massive amount of power it needs. Mike, $2 for the transmission fund. Thanks, Mike. No, the only reason why I say the transmission is going to be going soon is because over the last couple of years, it has slipped a few times, but I know myself that I used to have one of these vans for my old work van, and the tranny slipped every once in a blue moon on that van for the entire 10 years I was with that company. Never, ever, ever, ever needed to get done. It was only very seldom. And this van over the last few years has had a few slips. So I know, and I've drained it, changed the filter, and did a full-blown transmission flush. But every once in a while if I'm driving and I happen to hit a weird curve, sometimes it'll slip every once in a while. And it seems to be only on like those situations like when I'm going uphill or I'm on a little bit of a winding road or something like that. But it's happened once in a while, and it's bound to happen on your van. That's why I'm so excited that I finally have an emergency fund in my bank. So when the tranny does go, I don't need to stress, don't need to worry. I just take it in, get the transmission done. On the positive side, doing a transmission on a van like mine is, you know, reasonably priced. Like a few people around here, I talked to a guy that just got his transmission done just down the beach from me here, and he paid $1,800 for a full transmission rebuild. So, I mean, and I've had some people say it's about $2,500. So I'm guessing depending on where you live, depending on where you are and how much the mechanics charge in that area. But even if it were to cost me $3,000, $3,000. So put it this way, if my transmission were to drop out of my van on my 2-year anniversary of having the van, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, here, let's figure this out. So, in 2 years, I will have paid $31,200 towards my apartment rent if I had my apartment. So if my transmission build cost me $3,000, that means it was $125 a month for rent, transmission. Does that make sense? So in 2 years, $125 a month buys me a new transmission, where what's $3,000 in repairs in 2 years or $31,000 in rent? So no matter how you look at it, a repair is a repair. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm not stressed out or even worried about it at all, because in the grand scheme of things, I'm saving a flipping fortune on the new lifestyle compared to what it would have been if I was like everyone else and just stayed in the old apartment building, living the old cycled life that I was in before. So, you know, van repairs are no big deal. And I'd be in a better financial situation now if I didn't have that world of debt that I had when I started. But now that my debt's gone, my only thing now I need to do is take the YouTube ad revenue that I'm making and start building that up. It supports itself, you know what I mean? Like, I get to put a little bit of money away, or, you know, go out and spoil myself a little bit, or drive a little bit farther, or travel a little bit more for the channel. But as of right now, if that YouTube funds YouTube, you know, it's not making me any extra, but it's funding itself, right? I get to go live the life I live. I get to have fun. I get to drive around. I get to travel. I get to film. I get to do what I want to do by making movies, and YouTube funds itself. Pretty cool, I think. Sure, it would be nice to have it be a, you know, a feasible job, like something that's going to bring in an income that I can build a future on. But as of right now, I'm happy with what I got. I've been missing a freaking ton of I'm missing a freaking ton of comments. There are times when I babble, I miss hundreds of people going blah blah blah. All right. Element Van Life, hey man, what's up? So no, I won't be going down to the RTR. I don't know. So far, right now, I really haven't had an interest to go down to the RTR. I've pondered maybe going down in December. I think like they have an RTR in January or something like that, I think. But that's been quite possible. But as of right now, I got no interest. I don't know why, man. I don't know why, but Canada's just screaming at me. Canada's screaming, come travel the crap out of me. And I'm going to travel the crap out of Canada until Canada spits me out and says I'm bored with you, or I get bored with Canada. Then I'm going to cross the border. I have a whole lifetime to travel. So for me, I just want to travel the crap out of this place. I think my country deserves it. I've been here my whole life. I deserve to go see it, I think. Yeah, I've heard so many good things about the art, some negative things, but I've had some people go down there, like Gus, the guy that's parked next door to me, went down there, and he liked it. He thought it was great. Blair pays $1,700 for rent in the suburbs of Vancouver. Abbotsford is a 1-hour drive from Vancouver, and his rent's $1,700. I guarantee you, Blair, in the place that you're in Abbotsford, that same place in Vancouver will be over $3,000. Yeah, crazy. Man, I'm missing everybody's comments. I'll do the same thing after this live stream that I did with the last one. I'll go through all the comments and I'll find everybody's questions that I didn't quite touch on, or I think that would be good to put in a Q&A, and I'll grab them again, because every time I run my lip and I start babbling, I'm missing everything. Xavier, I hear nature outside. Can you do this outside? Yeah, but it's super sunny outside. The problem with doing it outside is I can't see the chats on my phone because the sun is just beating against the van right now. So that's the only problem with doing it outside. And if I do it outside, I have to do it on the hood of my van, because there's nowhere around my van that I could set up and do a live stream, because I film on my phone, do the chats on my computer. You guys are awesome. Everybody's got opinions on things. People are talking about the arts. Everybody's got opinions on stuff like that. You know, everything is for everybody. I mean, some people are down for the RTR. Some people aren't. But like to go down to like Descend on Bend in Oregon because it appeals to a different audience. Like the RTR, a lot of people say is a majority of like the older generation, where Descend on Bend is a majority of like the younger generation. Like we're talking 20s to 35s, and obviously a mix of other age groups. But I know a lot of the people that talk here say we would rather go to Descend on Bend in Oregon in the U.S. instead of going to the RTR. As of right now, as you know, as soon as I get rid of Canada, well, not get rid of it, be done with Canada, I'm probably going to start going down to all these events in the U.S. and, you know, and stuff. Because I know, I mean, come on, man, my channel is mostly Americans, right? I deserve to come down and say hi to you guys at least one time, right? At least one time. Chrome, come see us once. There's a pretty big meetup amongst YouTube creators in Niagara Falls, Canada side in September. Sweet, I might be down in September. Any plans to be there, Chrome? Talk to Susie's Creative in Ontario, Canada. Awesome. I'm gonna screenshot this. I'm gonna check that out. Hold on. Diana, thanks for posting that. I'm gonna look and check it out, because I might be in Ontario around September. Like I said, I don't know where I'm going to go on travels yet, but I very much could be. If I do go down there anyway, I'm going to be doing meetups along the way on this trip. Like if I do happen to go through Edmonton, Alberta, I'll do a meetup there. And if I do get down to Toronto, I'll probably do a meetup in Toronto or somewhere down there. So if anybody on here is down from the States, if anybody's on here is from the US and you know a location in Canada that would work for you guys coming up across, because I know if you're down in that side of the US, crossing the border over into like Toronto and stuff is pretty easy peasy. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing one out there somewhere. If I make it that way, I am not sure yet. No promises. Because if I get stuck doing some crazy shit in Alberta and I don't leave Alberta, then so be it. Right? I'm not going to sweat or worry about it. If I like to move every day because I like to film something different every day. Because even being in Vancouver this whole week, it's hard for me. I filmed so many van tours out here, but I don't want to release all these van tours, and all you're going to see is van tours for an entire week on my channel, when normally that's not normal for me. Oh, on that note, I filmed an ambulance, a Ghostbusters ambulance that is dope as hell. The outside of it's cool, the inside of it's just pretty sweet, but it was the guy who owned the ambulance that just was like, he was such an inspiration, man. I sat down with him today and watched the video. His name is Donnie. I sat down with him today and watched the video, and he's like, yo, Chrome, this is good, man. This is good. Donnie's like, dude, my own video inspired me. He's like, that's it. I'm going to quit my job and buy an ambulance. Yeah, he said his own video, he felt inspired by what he said. It's a good video. It's super inspiring. I liked it. But I'm probably going to release that video tomorrow. So look out for that one, the Ghostbusters ambulance. The guy's from Georgia, and he's awesome. He's been traveling in that thing for a few years now. Pretty cool. So yeah, so if you guys see anybody in my comments right now saying the ambulance tour was awesome, it's because they're on my Patreon and they got to see it already. Anytime I record videos and I get them edited before, I always throw them on my Patreon first. They get to get a sneak peek at it before you guys do. So if you guys ever see stuff like that, you know those guys must be on Chrome's Patreon. Mike, I always laugh at your $2 super chats. Mike, I hope your boss is giving you a raise, because you're just like making all these toonies. If you're in the US or anywhere else, a toonie is like a $2 coin. Mike is like flicking toonies at me with all of his comments. Thanks, Mike. I seriously appreciate it. Ron and Ellen, thanks for the super chat. It's crazy to see how many people are on Patreon on here. Like when everybody's like, oh, I've seen that video, it's a good video. Am I going to meet up with Peter McKinnon? How awesome would that be? I'd be pretty pumped up to meet Peter McKinnon, man. He's definitely an inspiration, man. I love the guy. He's got a really good energy to him. You know, I'm more attracted to the energy and the character of somebody than I am for their profession or their fame. And Peter McKinnon's just, I find him inspiring. Just him as a person and him, like how he talks and his whole demeanor. He's pretty cool. One of my favorite YouTubers for sure. He's in my top 2. Oh my, he's paying to get me to do a meetup out there. You guys are funny. Oh, I love you guys. Sorry guys, I'm just going back and reading some of the old comments in here. See if there's anything I missed. Do you still plan on putting on some bigger tires in your van and a lift kit? Yeah, Josh, it's still definitely a possibility. I'm not, I mean, because I gotta be careful with money right now until I find out what's going on with my daughter's dance for next season, because I think it might, long story, I don't want to talk about it. But it might be a whole lot more than she's paying this year. So all those little things and all those wants and dreams for my van are just that. They're wants and they're dreams. And I'm sure someday I'm going to get it, but who knows? But I know I'm going to address the rust on my van first. And once the rust is all fixed, then who knows, we'll see. You know, putting bigger tires on it and lifting it, it's not a necessity. I don't need it. It would, 1, look cool. 2, it would be a little more confident on those backcountry or dirt roads that I like to be going, like I like driving down lately. But it's not a necessity, because all I got to do is just don't go any farther down and go in my van now. You know, it's not going to change my life. I mean, it might change my life. It might take me to places that I've never Okay, I don't want to talk about it because then I'm going to want it again. But as of right now, I'm at peace with not doing it. I will share something with you. Ron and Ellen, thanks for the super chat. I will share something with you guys. There's 202 people on here right now. So you are the 202 people that are going to hear this first. Are you ready for this? Mike, that was funny. Mike, send white duct tape to cover the spots. That'll work. Chrome did something today. I was on the internet today looking at fridges. Say what? Yeah, I'm not saying I'm gonna get one. But we'll just leave it at that. I've been looking at fridges. I don't think there's gonna be a chance of me getting one. Probably not in the near 5-month future. But I have been. I don't need one. I don't need a fridge. it would be a luxury, not a necessity. So, okay, here's the deal. I met some people at my meetup that had fridges, and just got me thinking, you know what I mean? Like, somebody handed me a beer at my meetup, and it was out of their fridge, and it was practically frozen. It was so good. And then there's my beer in my cooler that was cold, thankfully, because I just put ice in it that morning. But the night before, I went to grab for a beer, and my beer was floating in warm water. So I've been looking at them. That's all I'm gonna say, is I'm looking at them. I just noticed out of the corner of my eye, where's Wendy is on the super chat. You guys seen her video. She's in the little chat, the little retro van. Wendy, thank you for letting me do that van tour with you. It turned out so freaking good. I was so happy with it. And people loved you, Wendy, by the way. They loved you to pieces. But yes, an awning will be first on my van before a cooler. Because an awning is practical, and I will definitely use the awning more than I would use a fridge. But the thought has been there. They're just pricey. But right now, I really want ice cream, and if I had a fridge-freezer combo, I could have ice cream in my van. Right now, I gotta drive uptown to get ice cream. Actually, the concession just down the beach for me right now, oh, it's 7 o'clock, it's closed. They got ice cream. Yeah, I have been looking at fridges. I know that's a shock to hear Chrome say, but please keep in mind, if you've been around my channel for a while, please know that that is not a necessity in your van. It's a luxury. Whatever, thanks for the $2 super chat. Box from South Florida. When do you check your mail? My mail always sends me a notification as soon as a parcel arrives that requires a signature. So pretty much anything besides an envelope requires a signature for me, because my mailbox only fits envelopes. I just got a small little one. So they always email me if there's a package coming. So if anybody sends something, they always email me first. But I will be checking my mailbox probably in a few weeks. As of right now, I got nothing in the box anyway, so I just checked it like 3 or 4 days ago. I want ice cream now. Just because I freaking said ice cream, now I freaking want ice cream. Stone 86, Chrome, a shock to him was my roof vent in my van. The only reason why I put a roof vent in my van was because Jackery purchased that roof vent for me to run off of one of their batteries. So it was pretty much like an experiment for me, and also for Jackery to run batteries off it to see how long it would last. But they bought it, and still to this date, guys, as of right now, I'm not sold if that roof vent is a mandatory thing in your van or not. I know there's a lot of pushback with a lot of people saying you have to, you have to, you have to. But in my climate, where I am here in Vancouver, BC, Canada, and anywhere I've traveled here in British Columbia, Canada, so far, I am not really sure if that is a necessity yet. I will let you guys know by the end of summer if that thing was a necessity or not. And yeah, because right now, I'm getting more enjoyment out of that fan circulating and blowing air on me while I sleep than having that thing open or even having that thing on. But I always park my van with my doors wide open all day too. I don't care what the weather's like, they're always popped open. That's why the awning is so important for me to get in my van, because on a rainy day it'd be so rad to just pop my doors open and I can enjoy that fresh air even though it's raining. Cruz, stay in here. Are you protecting the big door, buddy? Cruz, put your tongue back in your mouth, buddy. Your tongue's hanging out. My little protector. When he was like 2 months ago, he was so scared of that door. Now he always just sits by the door, watches everybody go by. Hey, you like it over there, Cruz? Super freaking cool. I've missed so many people's messages. I'm sorry. Chrome is a dick. Oh shit. Mike Brown. Like your idea, Mike. I wonder if they would spend $1,500 and buy me one of those A or B fridges. I doubt it, but it's possible. Very possible. I'm gonna message them. What's the worst that can happen? Jackery cancels my contract with them? Jackery, if you're watching, I want a big ass, not too big, A or B fridge, and I will power it off of your battery. Oh my gosh, that'd be super rad. That'd be super rad. Lemmy G, what kind of skateboard do I have? That thing is a Sector 9. I have no idea what a Sector 9 board is. It was on a clearance blowout at Whistler Outlet Store. I think the price on it regularly was 280 bucks or something, and I got it for 100 bucks, so I grabbed it. Sector 9. I don't know if it's a cool thing or if it's not a cool thing, or if it's a piece of shit or not, but it rolls and it's fun. I'll never be doing tricks or anything like that. I just want to be able to get on my van and roll down to the toilet down to the far end and maybe skate back. It's been fun. It's a whole learning experience for me because I haven't been on one of those things since I was a kid, but it's definitely been fun to have. Mike Scott, man. Nice to see you on the super chat, Mike. Thanks for the $2, Mike. Top flight security. He would be a horrible security guard, though. Oh my gosh, guys, what are we at? 80? You know, our live streams lately have been short. The last few live streams have been pretty short. Training wheels for the skateboard. Yeah, or a whole lot of like helmets, elbows pads, knee pads, everything. The only thing that scares me about them is because at the age of 44, when you hit the ground, it's not going to bounce back like it was when I was like 10 years old the last time I was on one. Someone just asked me what brand of camper fridge would be best, A or B, Dometic or something else. That's your decision to make. Who knows? Everybody's got their own different opinions. Everybody's got their own things to say. But me not being a fridge person, me being somebody who's never thought about a fridge, I always hear what people say about their fridges. And I hear more people complain about buying the cheaper fridges, like the cheaper like truck fridges for $500, or the other ones that aren't like a Dometic or an A or B, because those would be more top of the line. Everybody I met at my meetup that has an A or B fridge loves it. They've had them for years in their van without it breaking down. But then on the other side of the spectrum, I know people in Vancouver who bought themselves a truck fridge 6 months ago, and now the compressor's shot in, and now they gotta find parts for it. So, but those are decisions you have to make on your own. Make whatever decision that you feel is best for you. But, you know, like I might say, put it this way, I might say Jackery is the shit, and you guys might say Jackery is a piece of shit. Does that make sense? Everybody's got their own opinions. Find out what's right for you. Go talk to people you know that have them, and, you know, figure that one out on your own, right? You know, so many people watch YouTube videos, and someone's like, and they just tell you, you're like, I'm straight, man. I'll tell you if something's garbage or not. That's why I never talk about the techie shit with these things. I just tell you, dude, I like it, and it works, and I use it. What more do you want to know? Right? You know, what more? Really, what more do you want to know? Does it work, and do I like it? Like, that fan, does it work, and do I like it? Yeah, I freaking love it. Does it work? Yes. Technical shit? I don't care. It looks good and it works. Yeah, like most of van life, you guys, it's like that. You know, like most of van life is just, it's your own, figure it out. Like people are like, what's the best insulation? This is this or this. There's like always going to be a fight back discussion. Do what's right for you. Forget what everybody else is saying. You know what I mean? Like people go, well, you can't use that pink foam board insulation in your van that you buy at every hardware store because you can't put that blah, blah, blah. Shut up. It's in my van and it works. Right? But just do what's right for you, man. Do I like metal rock? No. If you want to talk about me as a person, no. It's never been my thing. I definitely have a big appreciation for it because anytime you're playing a live, real musical instrument, it takes freaking talent. I have an appreciation for it, but it's definitely not something that's in my passions for music, though, for sure. It's not really my thing. See, Roaming Raven just said, I like the fan, it's a good choice. You know how many people in that video said that that fan is the biggest waste of money I've ever spent in my van? It's my money. Let me spend it on what I want to spend it on. But that's why I said with the fridge thing, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it is what it is. You know, you buy something that feels right for you. Sometimes people buy the cheap little $400 fridges and they last 10 years. Some people buy the $400 fridges and hate them. You know, it just depends on you. Some people, I think, have too big of an expectation for things when they buy something. Like, they'll buy the $400 one and they'll, like, expect it to be, like, the Cadillac versions of the other bigger brand heaters. But they don't want to buy the brand because the paying for the brand is so expensive. But the good thing about the big brands is that they have a proven track record. That's why they're so big and so expensive. But that doesn't mean the cheap China ones aren't always just as good too, right? That's right. Skittles just says, if it feels right, do it. It's my view on van builds, man. If it feels right, do it. Don't listen to everybody else. Don't listen to this guy or that guy or me. You know what I mean? You know, I always share my thoughts and my opinions on what works for me in my area. Like my roof fan. I'm not sold on it yet. That doesn't mean I'm not telling you guys not to buy one, because your climate is not Vancouver. Make sense? You guys might have dry winters. We have soaking wet winters. Like super humid, moist, gross, condensation-filled winters. Some places have fluffy snow. Our snow looks like a Sprite Slurpee. It comes down soaking wet. It's funny. Like, we can't kick snow and it go poof. We can't. We kick snow and it's like, oh, that hurt the foot. It's really moist out here. Oh man, my whole page is frozen. There we go. Yeah, and you know what? The reason what made me spit it out, Chrome. What made me think about getting a fridge was, I ran into one of our patrons here that came all the way up here from California to come up to the meetup, and she's running her fridge on one of these little batteries. Go back and find that video in there, you'll see it. She's got the smaller one of these batteries, and she runs her fridge to 8 to 10 hours on that little battery. So that's when I was like, oh, the power consumption. Then I looked him up, and my power consumption on average over a 24-hour day is it runs 6 watts per hour, something like that. I can't remember. It was super low, but that's what intrigued me. I'm like, oh shit, really? That's it? That's what made me, you know, start thinking. Because I was at the grocery store the other day, and I'm like, well, I could buy this if I had a fridge. I could buy this if I had a fridge. I could buy ice cream if I had a fridge. You know? Yeah, that's the only reason why I had that thought. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to cut this live stream. I'm done. It's 7:30. I would like to enjoy the last 2 hours before the sun goes down here. Or it's been going down at like 9:30 lately, or just about 10. Yeah, late sunsets. Super rad when it's like 9:30 at night and the sun is still red on the horizon. Beautiful. But anyway, guys, thanks for being on here. Make sure you guys follow my Instagram if you're not on my Instagram. The links to everything's down below. If you love my dog and you think he's cute, he has his own YouTube channel. Links are down below. And if you guys want to throw a little money at the channel, you guys can do. The PayPal links are down below. And if you guys want to keep up to date with what we do all the time, and you got $1 a month to spare, come over to Patreon. Patreon is super freaking rad. The family there is awesome. There's a community section for you guys to connect with each other there, like a chat room. Patreon is super rad. I would rather you join Patreon for $1 than have you throw me $10 on PayPal today. Does that make sense? I just love the community that's over there. So please come over and say hi, man. It's worth it. If not, you lost $1. No big freaking deal. It's $1. I'll be super rad. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching this. And tomorrow's video is going to be the ambulance video. I'm pretty pumped up to share that one. And he's super excited that his message is going to get out there. And it's inspiring and it's beautiful. We're done. We out. Peace out. I used to end my videos with stay positive and be beautiful and never stop being weird. Now lately, I'm just like, that's it. We're done. Peace. All right, where's the stop button on this thing? Over here somewhere. Oh, and if there's still 100, 200 people on here, I'm gonna read through all these comments and I'm gonna put them in a live stream or in a Q&A video in the next week or so. If there's comments in here that I